getting ready for the show before we went to our break by talking about women's bathrooms compared to men's bathrooms. And the dirtiness between that. We talk about middle school and all the things like that. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The Aristocrats from B Movies. Alrighty. Here we go. I'm a little hesitant.
I'm a little hesitant. You're a little hesitant. I'm like, wow, dude, this may just be our last show.
Or maybe the first.
I've really enjoyed my time here at WNJC, 60 AM.
Okay. A manager sits in his chair, looking for new talent in a remodeled, finished theater. After hours and hours of different acts, he begins to wrap up and leave until a family. Husband, wife, daughter, son. The daughter and son are well over 18. And a family dog walk on stage. I digress. The son and daughter are well over 18. The manager guesses, oh, I have one more act to watch. The son walks up and he announces that he and his family have an act. The manager, tired, allows them to proceed. He's very tired. The husband grabs a ball from his pocket. Actually, he grabs 2 balls from his pocket and begins to juggle. The dog, slightly amused, runs over to the husband and watches him juggle the balls. The wife pulls out a flute. The daughter pulls out a picture of a deceased Chris Farley, and the son pulls out a cattle prod. The wife begins to play Carmina Burana on the flute, while the dog, who now sits up into a beg position. The daughter begins to pour gasoline in a circle surrounding the family. When she is finished, she begins to kneel and start praying to the picture of dead Chris Farley. The son pulls the trigger of the cattle prod and aims it while smiling at the theater manager and starts chanting demonic proverbs. The husband throws the ball at his wife's face and proceeds to call her a sexy gorilla. The daughter takes off her shirt and is wearing a Viking vest with 2 snakes on it facing each other. The dog starts humping the daughter. The mother starts humping the dog. The father starts humping the son, who is still pointing the cattle prod at the theater manager. Everyone starts singing the happy birthday song while the mother is playing the flute. The son begins screaming, "Lucifer is the son of Jesus." The daughter begins to pull a butane lighter from her vest and lights the ring of gasoline, causing a circle of fire. The mother... He just threw water at me.
Holy water. Continue.
The mother puts down the flute, and the husband picks it up and starts paddling his wife in the face with the flute. The wife begins to spit blood on the dog, who is still going to town on the daughter. The son starts drinking the blood off the dog and zaps his father with the cattle prod. The daughter starts crying while chanting proverbs and begins to lick the picture of Chris Farley that is still on the floor. Here's where you come in, buddy.
As the father looks down at this atrocity, smiling menacingly, he looks around the talent agent's room for something. And he finds a mini fridge. And he goes, this mini fridge, it could have some pretty interesting things. Let me see what's in it. So he opens the door, and he finds a package of Otter Pops. Now, he gives them to his children to make sure that they can maintain body temperature and not pass out. And they start eating these Pops so vigorously and quick that the plastic cuts the sides of their mouth and they start bleeding. Now, the daughter, a little bit turned on by this, grabs the picture of deceased Chris Farley and starts doing what Miley Cyrus did at the VMAs with the foam finger. Now she starts getting a little too intense, and the glass frame of the Chris Farley picture breaks. The father at this point looks over at the glass on the ground, grabs the mother, and drags her down on the floor. And they start wrestling and getting at each other. And the father starts screaming, "I am better. than the Beverly Hills Ninja. I am better than the Beverly Hills Ninja.
All of a sudden, Miley Cyrus appears, holding a python, and jumps mystically through the fire and joins the family and starts crawling around the set like she was in a White Snake music video. Miley picks up the picture of Chris Farley and starts kissing the picture while the daughter is making out with the back end of the picture. Miley pulls out a bottle of pills and begins to swallow the whole bottle and throws it back up. The dog is intrigued. He runs over to the pool of vomit and starts eating from the vomit. The whole family starts making baby noises while Miley is still vomiting and the dog is eating her vomit. The entire family gets up and holds hands while gathering in a circle around Miley, who is having seizures. Miley dies a horrible death in her own pool of vomit, and the family rolls around in the flames, chanting Mariah Carey's "There's a Hero." After the flames are smothered by the family, they stand up slowly and hold hands and take a bow. The manager says, "What the hell was that?" Miley Cyrus, before she dies, she whimpers. They're called the Aristocrats.
Oh. And what they didn't mention is that I am the son. This was my family.
This is Zach a couple years ago. This story actually really happened. And Zach was the little son from the story.
We were pitching it to CBS. We thought we were the new Partridges. The Partridge Family.
We travel from prison to prison and perform live
It's the Partridge
in
Family
front of all
meets
in
Oz.
front of all the prisoners.
Yes.
Oh
It's
man.
like the U.S. South.
It's really nice knowing you guys. We had a great run. But yeah, no, check out the Aristocrats joke. It's on Google, you can Wikipedia it. Gilbert Gottfried does it. South Park does it. George Carlin, the late George Carlin does it. There's a whole documentary called The Aristocrats. It's a fantastic documentary. It's if you're into stand-up comedy, check out other renditions of The Aristocrats. Ours was not as vulgar.
Well, we can't have it be vulgar, but we will record a better one and have it up on buddyandbrian.com unedited for your viewing and listening pleasure.
Oh man.
And I say pleasure lightly because that entire story kind of got me hot.
Zach was crying at the side of his face.
It's just, I don't even, I do, I am a terrible person, and at the end of the day, I've earned my place in that ninth circle right next to Judas Iscariot, but I feel like this solidified it. Like, I think they're gonna create a deeper spot in hell for me. Like, it's just, I'm waiting for it, whatever. I'm gonna rock the hell out of hell.
So that was it, though. That was the B-Movies kind of edited edition of the very own Aristocrat joke.
I hope they loved it.